The devlog got updated for patch coming on the 2nd of September, so we will take a look at it together and talk about the expectations, but also what's kind of missing. So the developer states that 0.11, that was the last update, was the last major one before he is wrapping up all the content for the final release. Or at least the full version, you know, he just says version 1.0, there's no mention that it's the final one. And he also says for the next few weeks, I assume instead of getting updates every 2 weeks, instead we will get minor improvements, fixes, patches that just tweak stuff. But let's just take a look at the content that we have right now and then we talk about the stuff that is missing. We will get an option to choose a random character. On its own, that is not that exciting. That could be very interesting for certain challenges or such, but if that's the only thing that it does, I don't think it's too exciting, but it's a nice to have, I guess. We have the option to skip weapon selection from candy boxes. That is very interesting since you can make a 0 weapon run on Trouser, right, since he starts with a candy box, but it will be very useful for something mentioned later. We have the option to stop moving backgrounds, sure, okay. Option to cash in immediately all remaining revives when completing a stage. That is a very nice one. Will just give you a bit of bonus gold, you know, instead of going through dying and reviving all the time. I wonder how this works if you have Awake, if you can just get all of the Awake buffs applied at once, or if it will just be more like either you go through all the gold bonuses, you get them at once, or you have to disable this option and use Awake. We also have a low luck-based chance that green coin bags from treasure chests could be substituted by a candy box if it has been unlocked. This is something that interests me a bit. Now the reason is we will also have another relic and another stage. Eventually, we don't know when. I wouldn't be too surprised if the relic would be in this update here. And it could allow you to have more than 6 weapons. So for example, you can't get more than 6 weapons in general, but you can get a candy box and get a 7th or 8th or 9th weapon, depending on how many candy boxes you get out of these chests. But what is written here could mean multiple things, because the green coin bag from treasure chests appears at 2 scenarios. 1, you don't have a weapon that can get another level, and 2, you're simply maxed out on all the weapons. There's a difference between these two, since you can for example have 2 out of 6 weapons, both of the 2 are maxed out, and then the chest would only give you a gold bag if it's a weapon upgrade, which is only for the active weapons, you know, and then the candy box would make sense, it gives you a 3rd weapon that you can choose. However, I really wonder if this will allow you to go beyond 6 weapons. Further, we have fixed movement input resetting when leveling up, opening treasure chests. Okay, so I'm a little bit unsure about this right now, which one that means. What I hope it means is that if you press a button, like for example A, you want to move to the left side, you have to time this incredibly precise. The moment the level up window or the chest window disappears, and if you miss this by just a millisecond, you don't move at all. So I wonder if it refers to that. Or if it refers to you were already moving, for example with a controller, they can keep moving, then it just stops that for whatever reason. Fix a few errors around controllers, I don't care about that. However, what is mentioned here is please remember that we won't be able to fix all controller issues until we complete the port to the new engine. The engine is mentioned here and I'm really curious, we haven't heard any updates. I think it will come out with the final version, or maybe after that. Fix birds firing timer at high cooldown. That is actually kind of funny, you know. Just right after the Vandalier video, now the fix comes in. But it's fine. So I guess the burst will probably be gone, I assume. Fix Scorch's moon breaking when firing too often due to limit break. Did actually happen to me after around 3000 levels, but for some it happens a lot earlier. It completely breaks. It's really weird what it does. Like it kills all the enemies out of nowhere with no animation. And you get a couple 100 levels and then it just does nothing anymore. Again, you know, and then it eventually bursts again. A few new sprites, that is nice, and new secondary skin for Christine. So as I previously mentioned, there is a relic and a stage that will be added to the game eventually. At least I believe there was a relic, right? It was spoiled in the past roadmaps, and I wonder when they will be added and what they will be about. I'm a little bit sad that there is no info on, hey, we could maybe go up to 10 stages. Or, you know, just in general that there are a couple more stages in the game. I like that there are 5 different stages, but just to have something that is more advanced, but offers you a higher level to reach would be great. Like right now you have library, but this is the second stage that you unlock, and it's the best and only real way to get a high level in the game, or rather, you know, the highest level. And maybe it would be nice to have a way to exchange waves or something like this. Just, you know, some fresh mint thrown into there. Well, either way, I'm excited for the update. Don't forget to subscribe to not miss out on the update content, as well as the next video about this update here, which will be the teaser that is hopefully coming out. Not sure if this is worth a teaser, so maybe there is none, but at least the beta content we'll check out.